Haven. Duddy, come on in. I have some French toast on the stove, so. But welcome. I am getting ready this morning. I'm making my little daughter, I'm making her some breakfast. My kids are about to come down and we're gonna have a busy day today. So I figured you guys might wanna come along and see what is a day in the life of a mainline realtor. So I live in Newtown Square. I'm married to Patrick Duddy, who owns a construction company. We have 3 small children, and we definitely share tasks when it comes to the household and the kids. We have our office meeting today. We have a team meeting. Okay, so now we are heading to the office. So I always have a lot to bring, stuff from this past weekend, get my computer, get my glasses because I can't see anymore. We are headed to the office. I try to give myself like, okay, when can I start calling people? What time is appropriate? I think I'll give people 30 minutes before I start bothering them on the phone. I used to visit the main line as a small child. I'd come to visit my grandmother who lived here, and I always was just really impressed with how beautiful the area was. I finally moved to the main line full time when I was in high school. I graduated from Radnor High School, and I've pretty much been here ever since. So no one's gonna be here yet, I'm sure. Probably always one of the first people in, but I like to get a start on the day. So I work out at the Devon Wayne office. It's the largest Berkshire Hathaway office on the main line, and we really do dominate the main line market. This is our corporate office. So we have realtors, we have title insurance, we have mortgage, all working out of here. There's hundreds of agents in here. One thing that I really like about this office is that there are a lot of good small agents. So I think we're number 1 in the region in volume, which is huge, and we are number 11 nationally for volume. We do a ton of business out of this office. So I'm really proud to say that I'm one of the top realtors in this office too. So I've worked really hard to be able to say that. So this is our office here. This is my team office. We're gonna have to blow through that wall because our team is growing so much. So, okay, so I'll give you guys a tour of the space. So there's literally probably hundreds of realtors that work in this office. All of these cubes and all of the private offices, they are individual agents, teams. I can't even tell you how many agents we have working out of here. Our business is so much about relationships, and the relationships that we have with one another become really important, because if there's another agent in the office that's bringing on a deal or bringing on a house, the fact that I can just like talk to them in the hallway, get some information about it is really, really huge. Real estate is all about having the information, knowing what's coming, especially in a market like we've had. The more information that we have, the better we can serve our clients. That's one of my mortgage guys over there. So he's in early. Todd, say hi.
Good morning.
And then I'll show you through. Like, look at all these people. There's so many realtors. And now we're coming up on our OA staff. So we have our admins are in here. They probably get in around 9 o'clock. I have my broker. Our broker is here. These are our settlement rooms. This is where we settle, do all of our closings. Good morning. Hello, morning. Our front desk. And then that's it. We have our call at 9:15. Before that, I'm going to just kind of catch up and make sure that we are all set with some stuff that happened over the weekend. Most days I like to keep a schedule during the week. I like to try to work in the office from about 8 to 3 every day, but the majority of my time spent in my real estate business is on the weekends or at nights. Real estate definitely does not fall in the normal 9 to 5. These people that are headed in to sign a deed package right now, they're supposed to close on Wednesday, and apparently there is some confusion about whether or not the deed package has been ordered. Hey Kelly, this is Heath and Duddy calling. I'm just calling to confirm that there's a deed package there waiting for my clients to sign today. It is, it's 2012 Davis Drive. They're coming in at 10 o'clock this morning. There was a little confusion because there's been a bunch of back and forth, I think, for setting this up. But then the title company sent an email on Friday afternoon saying that no one's requested a deed package, so we just want to make sure that it's there. Price is inverted. It is there. Perfect. So we're all set with that.
Good morning.
Hi. Come, come, come. Welcome. Oh my goodness. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. Yeah. What about you?
Good, 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 good. Now we're just, you know, we got Green Buyer under contract, which was good.
You haven't paid them.
I do too. Okay, let's set a reminder.
And then lastly, I will mention before I turn it over to Chris, the Triple Play Convention. If you're not familiar with it, it's in Atlantic City. It's very inexpensive to go.
So I've been selling real estate for 15 years. This year, I had my biggest sale ever, which was a farm in New Hope. It was definitely outside of my radius that I normally go to, but this was a referral from someone that I know who was looking for a farm property. And due to the low inventory, we kept on having to just expand our search, and we ended up at New Hope at this beautiful property that they ended up purchasing. So I was thrilled for them. It was just under $5 million. It was my biggest sale to date. And then in the summer, I actually sort of had my even bigger sale because I had a listing that I had on White Horse Road that was just under $4 million, and I actually, through my marketing, I found the buyer. So I listed and I sold it. So that was a little over $7 million for that deal. So that was kind of like my biggest deal, but it was because I did both sides. But the thing that I love about this business is that you never know when your next deal, biggest deal, is going to come along. So I could get a call today from someone who wants to list like a, you know, super high-end home, and that could be my new biggest deal. As realtors, the majority of our time that we spend is by ourselves, working with our clients, dealing with our deals. But it's very important that we meet as a team so that we can share information about what we're seeing in the market, we can brainstorm, and we can talk about ways that we can all move our businesses forward. They literally doubled.
And I mean, it was just,
board.
We were in like a frenzy. It was like a frenzied market.
Yeah.
And that doesn't exist.
I mean, it can't go on forever. And listen, and when people say, oh, the market's slowing down and you know, it's like doom and gloom, I feel like, well, I mean, I feel like that's a little drastic, you know, because the reality of it is that we're comparing it to a year that we may never see again in the rest of our lives.
Like,
and that's
you kept saying to me, like, nothing about this is normal.
Yeah.
Because I would be like, has this ever happened to you before? She'd be like, no. And I'd be like, why are all these things happening that have never happened to her? And she's been doing this forever. And she's like, because nothing about this market is normal.
Okay. So you know how I do like the weekly roundup of like events? So anybody who wants that, because that will just come out on a Thursday and it's for that weekend. So if you want your events a month in advance to start planning, I'm gonna send out like the monthly, month at a glance, monthly roundup, whatever it is. And so I started collecting email addresses. So I'm gonna start doing that, but I need to figure out what it's gonna look like and how I'm gonna make sure I do it every month. But I'm gonna add, I feel like it's time to add something else. So I'm gonna start doing that.
Real estate's like 1,000 little tasks per deal. So it's all about juggling balls and knowing which ones are most important and figuring out what needs to get done today. But there's so many different pieces in this business that all have to come together for successful deals. I'm gonna ask Leah to do something for us too. I'm gonna ask her to do a QR code. Can you make me a QR code, like a nice, like on a thing, like on a Canva to link to our video for Love Park?
Yes.
or like our 1600 Arch Street. I can't decide if we should link to the YouTube video or maybe we just link to the blog. So I want to stick it in a piece of like one of those like little frames.
Yeah.
And then, so maybe we link them to that blog post.
Yeah.
Because the blog post has all the video and then all the additional information. So I figured we could keep it at the property.
Yeah.
Okay, so just in a couple hours, we're going to be running down to the city. We're going to be putting some marketing materials at the property. So we always do brochures. This gives information on the taxes, all the stats. There's going to be photos. We have the seller's disclosure. This is going to be there. We're also going to create a QR code that's going to link to our blog. More and more of the marketing that we create is really digital marketing. We find that the reality of it is that most people who are buying homes are going to be coming across things online. So what we do is we always, whenever we sell a property, we create a blog about it. We offer all the stats. So we do these videos that we will then share and promote on social media. We'll link them into the MLS so they'll pull through Zillow. So when people are looking for properties, they're going to be able to pull up this video. And this video tells a much better story about what you're purchasing. This is a 1-bedroom unit down in Center City, Philadelphia. The video shows you like you're right across the street from Love Park. It is a walkthrough tour of the unit. So if someone is looking for a property and they come across this video, they're really going to see that like, wow, we are right across the street from Love Park. No matter what I could possibly write in a description is never going to be as thorough as a walkthrough video. Social media is a big part of our business. It's where I get a lot of new clients from. It's also a way that we can promote properties that we're marketing. In 2021, we said that we had our best year yet, and I'm proud to say that in 2022, we doubled our volume of business. We doubled the size of our team, and really what that means is that we were able to help over 50 families buy and sell homes. Okay, so I am headed to Wayne, to Rebel Hill, which is a townhouse community in Upper Merion, right near Savona. I am going to meet up with one of my friends who's also a client for her rental property. So this is the second time that I've rented it. The people that we put in there are moving out, so it's time to rent it again. So we're gonna walk through, we're gonna take a look at the condition of the property, and we are going to determine what we should rent it for and if there's anything that we need to do in terms of preparing the house for rent. If there's one thing I do, it's drive. I put about 80,000 miles on my car in 3 years, just driving all over the place, looking at houses. It's really the majority of my time spent. Now we are headed to 16th and Arch Street. I am going to go and drop some marketing materials off at a new 1-bedroom condo that I'm listing at the Phoenix. Generally speaking, most of my business is on the main line, but I will, for repeat clients or for clients, list properties in the city, but the majority of my business is out in the suburbs. So this listing is actually for a client that I've never met in person. We've Zoomed together. It's actually our second deal. I sold an estate for them last year quietly in Berwyn. We had such a good experience that they hired me to sell one of their other properties here in Philadelphia. Well, thanks for following along, guys. We had a little bit of a busy day. I am not quite done yet. I still have a little bit more to do. You came along, you saw our meetings, and we went through a listing, and we have lots more to do. So hopefully you guys can come along for another day next week as we do more things along the main line, all things real estate. Thanks for coming along today. Hopefully you guys can join me for another day this week. I have a couple more things to do. I have to get to my family, so thanks for coming along. Bye.